Our essential question for today is, how do I analyze graphs? Now, the first thing that you see will be a definition for the word histogram. A histogram is a special type of bar graph used to show frequency of data in equal intervals. The height of each bar is determined by the number of data points that are in each interval. There are no spaces between the bars of a histogram. So we're going to fill in our lines with the words that I'm currently writing. That first word is bar graph. The next word is going to be interval. Next, you're going to write data. And then finally, you're going to write the word no. Now we're going to, sorry about that. Now we're going to look at our histogram and analyze our data. So let's look at the histogram above to answer the following questions. What interval is the largest? And so our answer for that question is going to be 10 through 19 and 30 through 39 because both intervals have 4. Question number 2. What interval is the smallest? It's going to be 50 through 59 and 60 through 69. Because if you look on your graph, there are no blue bars, so that means both of them have 0. Question number 3. How many universities accepted at least 30% of our applicants? You are going to look for at least 30%. And if you look at your blue bars, that means that you're going to look at least 3 blue bars. The one that stops on the 4, the one that stops on the 1, and then finally the other one that stops on the 1. So it is 10 to 19, that would be your 4. 40 to 49 would be your 1. And then finally 70 to 79, that would be your third one. So you have a total of 6 universities, and that is those 3 bars. Oh, I'm sorry, not the first one. It's going to be the last 3 bars. So that's going to be 30 to 39, 40 to 49, and 70 to 79. Sorry, not the first one, the last 3 bars. So write this down. Problem number 4. How many universities accepted no more than 19% of the applicants? That's going to be 4, and that's the first bar only. Problem number 5, which of the following statements is true? Your answer is going to be A and C. A is true and C is true. You would look at your bar graph and you're going to look at those blue bars because that's where you get your information from. Page number 2. Page number 2. In page number 2, we talk about our stem and leaf plot. Okay, so in a stem and leaf plot, each data value is split into a stem and a leaf. The leaf is usually the ones digit of the number, and the other digits form the stem. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to look at this information and we're going to create a stem and leaf plot. After we create our stem and leaf plot, then we're going to answer the questions. Okay, I have created my stem and leaf plot. The numbers in red, those represent my stem. The numbers in green represent my leaf. The way that you read your stem and leaf plot is on the bottom in green. You take the number that is on your stem side, you combine it with the number on your leaf side, and that's where you get your information from. That's where you get your number. So what we're going to do now, we're going to answer the 5 questions. Find the range of the data. Remember, your range is your largest number, then your smallest number. We did that in our previous lesson. Find the mean. Another word for mean is average. Hope you remember how to find the average because we did that as well in a previous lesson. The mode is the number that appears the most, and we only have one, and it's 40. It appears on the list at least 3 times. The 3 smallest amount of jumping jacks done would be 30, again 30, and then finally 32. The answer for question number 5 is no. An extreme value, that's what an outlier is. An extreme value. Like, and this is just an example, like 136 jumping jacks. When the next highest is 49. Page number 2. Let's move forward to page number 3. On page number 3, we're going to talk about a line graph. A line graph is used to plot information with connected dots. The, the points are connected because the data is continuous. That means the data moves on and on and on. We're going to write the word continuous. Okay. Now, let's look at this information and answer our questions. So let's go ahead and answer questions 1 through 6. What day has the highest temperature? That's going to be day 6. What day has the lowest temperature? That's going to be day 1. What day saw a drop in temperature? That's going to be day 2. Because in day 2, you went from 53 to 50. 53 degrees to 50 degrees. That's that drop. Day Problem number 4. What day showed the greatest increase in temperature? That's going to be day 1. Because in day 1, you went from 43 to 53. So you moved up, and you moved up by 10. Greatest increase, we moved up by 10. Number 5, what day showed the least increase in temperature? That would be day 4. Because we went from 57 degrees to 59 degrees. That's only an increase of 2. And finally, problem number 6. Is there a trend in temperature? Yes, we are trending up. Our temperature is going up over time. So we're going to write trending up over time. Trending up over time. That is our trend. Our temperature is trending up. That means it keeps going up. Okay, we are now on page number 3, and this time we're going to talk about a bar graph. Okay, now we're looking at this third page dealing with bar graphs. A bar graph uses bars to show the numerical information. Numerical means number. To make sense, a bar graph must use a label for each bar and a scale to show the amount each bar stands for. Now, let's answer our questions. How many people preferred romance movies? The answer is going to be 6. You're looking at the red bar and it goes up to 6. What type of movie was the least popular? That's drama. You're looking at the blue bar, and because the blue bar is the smallest, that means it's the least popular. What type of movie was the most popular? Again, romance. You're looking at the red bar. It's the largest bar. So that means that that movie was the most popular movie, or that type of movie was the most popular movie. Question number 4. What 2 types of movie were liked by the same number of people? And that is comedy and sci-fi. Because if you look, both of them have 4. You're looking at the green bar and the light blue bar. Next, what type of movie was the second favorite? That's action. That's the purple bar because it has a 5 on top of it. Number 6, how many people liked action movies? 5. You look at the number that's on top of your bar. How many people like drama? 1. You're looking at the number that's on top of your bar. When you're reading or analyzing graphs, all you do is look at the graph and the information provided and answer your questions. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and go to our final page. And our final page deals with line plots. A line plot is one of the simplest graphs. You will see a lot of these in science. It uses a symbol such as X's or O's to represent numerical information. So in my line, I'm going to write line plot. And on these lines, I'm going to write X or O. So what we're going to do, in order for you to answer your questions related to the line plot, you need to count the amount of symbols, or in our case, X's on our line plot. So this first section, we have 5. This next section, we have 6, 5, 4, 3. You don't have any right there. 1, you have 0 in that spot. 1, you have 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. This is what I do in order to help me answer my questions. So let me go ahead and answer my questions. How many households have 1 pet? And if you look, it's going to be 6 because as you can see, 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, it's not 6. Yes, as you can see, this is my household. Those are my number of pets. And if you count your X's, it's 6 X's. How many households have 2 or fewer pets? I'll write that over here. It's going to be 16, but this is how I got it. 5 plus 6 plus 5. That's how I got 16. Problem number 3. How many households have more than 5 pets? That's going to be 5. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. That's going to give us 5. What is the least number of pets in the households surveyed? 0. 5. What is the most number of pets in the household surveyed? 14. And what does the X represent? 1 pet in the house. That's how you read your line plot. The numbers on the bottom tell you how many pets you have per house, and those X's represent those pets. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm done with this particular section. Please write a 2 or 3 sentence summary related to what we went over today.